Okay, so good day to everyone, and welcome to our first video discussion for our subject TOU 060 Accommodation Operations and Management. Um, I've glanced to I've glanced the modules that we have right now for this subject, and um, to tell you honestly, no, it's very, it's very basic. Madali lang din naman siyang intindihin. At if you will try to study on your own with the use of the modules, you will learn the necessary things that you have to learn. So in this video, we'll try to tackle two modules. That's module number two, Introduction to Rooms Division, Front Office and Housekeeping Departments. And the next module, module number three, which is, oops, sorry, module number three, which is the organization setup for the front office. So without further ado, let's begin. Um, Welcome to the rooms division of the hotel. The rooms division of the hotel is comprised of two departments. So we have the front office department and the housekeeping department. And basically, we'll talk about them for today's video. So let's start first and foremost by identifying the types of accommodation that we have here. Um, well, in the Philippines, no, since our examples ay mga hotels sa Philippines. There are many kinds of hotels, so many types of accommodation, and they are all sorted according, or they are all categorized based on a specific topic or a specific coverage area. Pwede tayo mag-base sa target market, pwede tayo mag-base sa location, and pwede tayo mag-base sa size ng accommodation na ating pagbabasihan or pag-uusapan. So first, let's categorize the types of accommodations according to their function or their primary market. Yung parang um, pinaka pinaka-objective nung hotel na yun or pinaka-function niya. So first, we have convention hotels. Convention hotels are typically used or has the capabilities of hosting conferences and meetings. So ibig sabihin, ito yung mga types of accommodations na maraming klase ng meeting rooms, tulad nga sabi dyan, di ba? Large spaces, function rooms, ganyan, wherein conventions can be done. So here in the Philippines, some examples of these kinds of hotels are Sofitel, Conrad Manila, and Waterfront Hotel in Cebu. So yun, convention hotels. They are primarily used for hosting conferences and meeting, and oftentimes they have their main function is to accommodate uh, to accommodate these types of big meetings or big conferences. So next, let's proceed to the function of the commercial hotel. Commercial hotels are typically in the heart of the city. Malapit sila sa business units, ika nga sinasabi natin, or business districts in the metro. Often they are business travelers, and yun, usually they are really offered for business travels, and these types of accommodations usually have equipments that can be utilized for work, that can be utilized for office setups without really compromising on the quality of the rooms, no. So they have more modern connections, like more modern touches compared with other traditional hotels. Mas updated sila when it comes to technology, no? And when it comes to the trends, no, that are usually observed in the hospitality industry. So yan, commercial hotels. Next, we have examples ng commercial hotels natin. We have Manila Marriott, Shangri-La at the Fort sa Manila din, and Microtel sa Pasay, MOA. Next, we have here the resort hotels. So based on the term itself or based on the names itself, they are for vacation seekers. They are for pleasure travelers. No? Primarily can be found in beaches or in near the coasts, wherein a lot of physical activities can be done, activities or recreational activities, such as simply getting some tan at the beach, skiing, horseback riding, and any other physical activities that can be done in outside, no, for recreational purposes. So for vacation, resort hotels natin. And these are some of the examples of resort hotels here in the Philippines na may pangalan or kilala. We have the Blue Water, Fairways and Blue Waters in Boracay, the Bellevue Resort in Bohol. I think Bellevue is a membership hotel. Parang kailangan ata may member ka sa isang specific na club before you can enter this. So I'm not really sure about that. And we also have a Manpulo in Palawan. Next, we have the casino hotels. So again, based on the term itself, it's pretty much self-explanatory. We have these hotels basically for games, for gambling purposes, for casino patrons, ganyan. Mura lang most likely, pero um, malaki silang gumastos yung mga target, yung pinaka-audience patrons ng ganitong klaseng hotels. So ganito na ganoon lang din ang hotels or mga casino hotels natin. More on more on a swak sa budget na na stay para the rest of their money they can spend on games or spend in gambling, no? And here are some hotels here in the Philippines that that are considered as casino hotels. We have the COD City of Dreams in Manila. We have Resorts World Manila and Soleil Resort. Yan yung mga pinakasikat na casino hotels sa atin sa Philippines. City of Dreams. Yeah. City of Dreams. City of Dreams is a it's a hotel complex kasi apat na hotels hatang alam ko nandito. We have Nobu Hotel, City of Dreams, and I'm not sure about the other hotels inside here, pero yeah, multiple hotels inside dito sa City of Dreams, Manila. Next, we have here the extended stay. So, tatandaan nyo these types of, we are currently categorizing the types of accommodation based on their functions, based doon sa primary objective ng hotel na yon. And we have here the extended stay. So, based from the term itself, no, these types of hotel are really for the accommodations, no. Yung may mga these are used for travelers who are looking for a place to stay for a longer duration of time. So usually these types of hotels, their rooms are really well equipped for family living or for living living capabilities, no? Basically, they are equipped with kitchen, with full functioning kitchen. Minsan ito yung may mga washing area sa loob ng rooms, may laundry area sa loob ng rooms, and ayun, more on living, no? Living situation, and ang pinaka-focus ng ganitong mga hotels is the comfort, no, of the stay and the utility of the room. So, yan yung mga hotels sa Metro Manila na pwede ninyong considered as extended stay hotel. We have the Novotel Suites in Manila, Astoria Plaza also in Manila, and Ascot in Makati. So, the next category that we'll be talking about is location. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon or ika-categorize natin yung mga hotels based sa kanilang location. Tandaan, ang una natin ginawa is based sa kanilang mga functions, function and primary market. Next, we'll talk about categorizing the hotels based on their location. So we have here Center City Hotels. Ito yung mga nasa business district o yung mga nasa gitna ng hustle and bustle of the metro. Um, Yun nga, very usually found in very busy cities such as Makati or in BGC Taguig or in somewhere in Manila. Pero usually Makati talaga makikita, and also in Pasig or Tigas. Marami ding hotels doon sa business district nila. So yun po ang center city. And then next we have here the suburban hotels. Usually can be found near shopping centers and recreational facilities. Why? No, suburban resorts usually talaga ang market nila or audience nila ay yung mga traveling for leisure or traveling for recreation, just for fun. Kaya doon mo sila usually makikita sa mga sa mga areas na maraming activities na pwedeng gawin or very active yung lifestyle around the area. Ayan, Tal Vista Hotel Tagaytay, you have a lot of attractions that can be found there. Quest Hotel Park, Quest Hotel in Clark, Pampanga, also near the airport, and a lot of stuff to do as well in Pampanga, of course. And ayan, Sereno Valley in Laguna, which is one of the primary stops for vacation here in Metro Manila NCR. So yun po yung suburban natin. Basically located outside the hustle and bustle of the central business districts in Makati and Pasig. And usually the environment around these types of hotels is more on recreational activities. Next is we have again the resorts. And of course, resorts kasi can of course only be found uh, in areas where water really is accessible, especially in beaches. So, di mo lang madalas makikita yung mga resort malapit talaga sa mga beaches kasi doon na din naman talaga sila nakalocate. Pero aside from beaches, one of the things that you can also define resort hotels with are properties that can be seen in areas with great scenic beauty or with outstanding recreational facilities. Okay. Highway is the next type of accommodation based on location. So based from the term itself, highway hotels located in in isolated areas where there are no competition, that they can charge higher rates. So these types of hotels more nakalocate sila more on sa highways para mas madali silang makita. Pero yung area kung saan sila nakalocate is konti lang ang population ng ng hotels. Walang masyadong competition. Kaya sila nakalocate near highways kasi nga since wala silang masyadong competition, you want your hotel to be recognizable from afar, no, from a distance. At makita agad ng mga tao yung hotel mo. So yan, ito po yung mga hotel na yan. Usually can be found also in the provinces of Puerto Princesa. This is in Benguet and this is in Dumaguete. And then we also have airport hotels, and based from the term itself, hotels that are located near airports. So yun. We also categorize the hotels based from the number of rooms that they have. Rooms that are up to 100 rooms considered small. It is considered a small hotel. And then 100 to 200, that is medium. 200 to 500, that is medium large. And over 500 rooms, we have a large hotel. Next is we talk about the types of room. So, napag-usapan na natin kung ano yung types of accommodation based on certain categories, based on the category of functionality or their primary market, and based from the location of the hotels, and based from the size of the hotels. Now, we talk about the types of room. The first room that we're going to talk about is single room. Very, very common to see nowadays then, especially for budget hotels. A single room has a single bed meant for a single occupant. So, really, no, from the term itself, single room is para lang naman talaga sa isang tao. Basic facilities are here and amenities include a bathroom, small dressing table, bedside table, small writing table, and a single chair. So basically, um, the most basic of basic rooms, no? It is meant for one person only, or maybe it can be for two people then naman. And then the amenities inside really are very basic, no? Maswerte ka na siguro kung magkakaroon ka ng kitchen items or kitchen tools. Pero usually bed and then chair and then table and then a bathroom with sink, okay na yun. That is considered as a single room. Next is we have the double room. Ito yung mas angkop po talaga for two people. Based from the term of the room itself, so double. And compared with the single room, double room amenities are more upgraded, no? They look much better. They look modern, no, compared with the single room, and they really it really looks elevated at some levels. Mas maganda talaga tingnan din ang double room. So, yun. Usually, these types of rooms are equipped with a fridge or a TV or maybe something better. Dito na rin siguro papasok yung mga kitchen tools natin such as microwave oven or maybe if may induction stove better naman din. And there are two types of double rooms. We have the king double room and queen double room. Pinagkaiba lang naman talaga nila is kung ano yung klase ng kama na nandun sa loob. Kung king size ba or kung queen size yung bed na yon. Next, we have is the deluxe room. A deluxe room is the upgraded version of the double room. So, ito na yung medyo na sosyalin na room. And makikita mo talaga na may difference siya from the double room, no? Mas kompleto yung amenities niya, mas marami siyang extra amenities na masasabi natin or yung mga luxury amenities natin. Dressing table, bedside table, may small writing table pa, television, and as such, no? Maraming klaseng pwedeng i-elevate dito sa deluxe room. And pwede mo silang kunin either in a single deluxe or double deluxe. So pwede kang magkaroon ng single deluxe room which is good for one person lang pero mas maganda siya. And you can also have double deluxe room for couples siya pero mas maganda pa rin siya compared with a double room. Next is we have the double-double or twin double rooms. A room with two double or queen beds that can be occupied by one or more people. Ideal for a family with two children below 12 years old. So double-double or a twin double room basically is a double room with two beds. Yun lang po siya. It's the beds are usually good for two or a queen size bed para masabi natin talaga na it's a double room. And then twin siya kasi dalawa po yung kama. Pag twin room naman, halos pares lang sila with the definition of the twin double. Ang pinagkaiba lang nila is yung kama na ginamit is single. So parang dito na talaga umikot, no? Between a single room or double room. And then kung gusto mo ng mas magandang double room, meron kang deluxe room na pwede mong gawing single deluxe or double deluxe. So ito yung basic. Ito yung next na basic, and then ito yung mas maganda na. Pwede kang kumuha ng single deluxe or double deluxe, and then twin double, dalawang double bed na kama or dalawang queen size bed na kama. And then twin rooms naman is dalawang single bed. Hollywood twin room. So, a Hollywood twin room is two single beds with a common headboard. This, I'm really not sure na kung ano talaga itsura niya kasi hindi pa ako nakakakita at ngayon lang ako nakarinig niyan. Pero for the sake of research, let's see if makakita tayo. Hollywood, ano yun? Hollywood twin room. Tip pala sa inyo guys, since alam kong madalas naman kayong gumamit ng search engine, if you can use Echo siya for your nag-advertise for your search engine needs. Every time that you search here, a tree is being planted somewhere, no, and hindi siya mag-work pag nagsa-spam ka ng search mo. It will really work if you will use Echo siya as your main source of search engine. Pero let's go back to the definition of a Hollywood twin room. Tingnan natin sa images para makita natin kung ano nga ba talaga itsura niya. Ayan. It's a twin room with it's two twin beds. It's two single beds that are connected with only one headboard or one common headboard. So, yun yung Hollywood twin rooms natin. Cabana. This type of room faces a water body, beach, or a swimming pool. Generally has a large balcony. So, cabana, ito yung madalas natin makita sa mga movie na mag-move on, mag-let go, pupunta sa beach, tapos mag-isa. Yun. Cabana rooms, yung nirerent nila na usually sa tapat ng mga beaches para muni-muni, para mag-relax-relax, mag-isip-isip mga bagay na ginawa nila sa buhay nila, kung tama ba mga desisyon, and so on and so forth. So, yun po yung cabana rooms natin. And we have studio. Studio room is, from the term itself, studio is just like a very, very basic room na wala naman talaga masyadong division. It's a quick four corner room, and then usually ang pinaka partition lang niya is yung bathroom area. Pero yun, studio. Next is lanai. Lanai naman, if we are talking about cabana that faces the front of a large water body, here in lanai, we use landscapes naman or waterfall or a garden yung harap niya. So yan, pag garden view yung restaurant, ay pag garden view yung room mo, or something na landscape man yan, magandang tanawin, it's considered as lanai. And then we have the suites. The suites are a room composed of one or more bedrooms, a living room, depende. Depende na lang yan sa suite room na gagawin ng hotel. Pero ito yung madalas na maganda or yung pinakamagandang klase ng room na i-offer natin sa guest natin. So, mas kompleto, mas high-end ang mga gamit sa loob, mas classy siya tingnan, mas mahal siya tingnan. Ganun lang talaga. So, yun po, mga klase ng rooms na meron tayo. You can read this for a quick trivia about the most expensive suite in the world. And then we move forward to the rooms division itself. Tagal na pala natin nag-uusap. Pero, dito sa rooms division itself, we are divided into two departments still. So we have the front office department and the housekeeping department. And for today's video, we'll try to focus more on the front office department side. So front office department side, guys, kung hindi nyo natatanong, this is considered as the heart of the hotel. Since the primary source of incomes of hotels are from their accommodation services, which primarily are the rooms, of course. And sino nga ba sa hotels ang pinaka nag-aasikaso ng mga rooms? These are the front office and the housekeeping department. They are really considered as the heart of the hotel, yung front office natin. They are the ones who they are the ones who foresee the accommodation sales, no? sa kanila nakasalalay yung benta natin pagdating sa mga rooms, pagdating sa mga kwarto. And since they are technically the first department that you will see upon arriving, if you will arrive as a guest, of course, sila yung unang department na makikita nyo. Front office is very essential. Front office department, uh, front office department are usually the ones responsible in giving out first impressions sa ating mga guests. And first impressions, ano sabi natin sa first impressions? First impressions last. In every person, I think we can all agree that first impressions really do last. And that is why front office, the responsibility of the front office is very vital, no? Very essential, since they are the ones responsible in generating the first impression of our guest. So, nasan ba yun? Dito natin pag-usapan, wala pala dito. Sa next module pala yan. Pero, functions of the front office, ayan nga, they are the ones who sell rooms to our guests, whether in the form of reservation or walk-in man yan or whatnot. They also provide additional services that are very much guest-centered, no? So, lahat ng kailangan ng mga guests natin, lahat ng mga requests nila, they are the ones taking down notes for it. Sila yung responsible para gawin yon. Sila yung responsible para ma-meet yung mga demands ng guests natin. And they are also the ones responsible in inserting the funds inside the hotels to keep up the accounts, to determine credit, render bills, receive payments, and etc. So we have different subunits, sinasabi natin, for front office. Or ito yung mga trabaho, ito yung mga responsibilities na nakapaloob sa isang front office. So we have here the front desk. Ito nga sila yun, makikita niyo doon sa harap ng ating mga loob ng lobby ng hotel natin na nasa likod usually ng isang malaking table, nakaupo or nakatayo, may computer sa harap. Sila po yung sa front desk natin. Reservations naman usually can be found at the back of the area. Nasa likod sila ng ng field usually. Sila yung sumasagot sa mga calls. Kaya sila nasa likod kasi since calls ang ginagawa nila, may tendency na mag-ingay or malakas ang boses. So as not to disturb the guests inside the lobby area, they are located at the back of the house or the back area natin. We have the bell service. Bell service, yung mga bellman natin, responsible for escorting the guests from the lobby to their rooms. They are also the ones responsible carrying out the baggages. Mga bellboy natin, sila yung mas malaki pa kinikita madalas sa mga tao kasi sila yung frontline sa mga tips natin sa bell service. And the next we have here the telephone exchange. To be honest with you guys, telephone exchange can also, their responsibilities can also be done by the front desk or the reservations committee or the reservations na team natin. Kasi basically, their function really is to answer inquiries, to answer concerns, and these concerns should also be answered by the front desk, by the reservations, and by the bell service. So, wala pa talaga akong nakita na dedicated job position for telephone exchange kasi hinahati na yung trabaho niya dun sa mga may kaya naman talagang gawin. And then lastly, we have here the front office cashiering. Hindi pa pala last. We have here the front office cashiering. Based on the term itself, sila yung responsible sa pagpasok ng pera, settlement of our guests. And then we have here the concierge. The concierge or the guest relations assistants. They can also be in front of the front desk natin. Sila rin yan, pwede. They can also be called concierge. Pero overall, sila po yung mga sumasagot ng concerns or yung assistants. Tulad ng sinasabi natin dito, If our guests need assistance regarding something, they are the ones to turn to regarding their tour, travel, direction of point of interest, and confirmation of tickets, etc., etc. We also have here the airport transport guest assistance and business center. Pero really no, these are responsibilities that are broken down into really specific details. Pero at the end of the day, these responsibilities can be collected or can be compressed into one single responsibility that can be done either by the front desk, the reservations, or the bell service. So next, we talk about the housekeeping department. So if the hotels are making the first impression for our guests, the housekeeping departments are responsible for taking care of our assets. And ano nga ba yung assets ng isang hotel? Basically, the rooms, no? Yung mga kwarto. And the housekeeping department, they are the ones responsible in taking care of the assets of the company, in taking care of the rooms of the hotel. So they have functions such as keeping the rooms in ready condition. Dapat malinis, dapat maayos. Lahat ng mga bagay na nasa loob ng room dapat po ay nag-function. And lahat ng ina-expect ng guests sa kanilang stay should be there prepared for them as well. Depende sa preference na nilagay ng guest natin upon checking in, whether or not sabihin ni guest doon sa check-in or sa reservation na gusto ko yung kwarto ko amoy ganito. Gusto ko yung kwarto ko ganito yung makikita ko pagpasok. The front office departments are the ones responsible for taking down these types of requests, and housekeeping department is the one responsible in executing these preferences. So yun. Aside from rooms that are ready condition, get information regarding ready rooms, kung ano yung mga rooms na pwedeng pagbenta sa mga hindi. Yan nga, interior decorating, tulad ng sinasabi ko, depende sa preference ng guest natin. The cleanliness, of course, of the public rooms. Outside as well, kasama yung hindi lang yung loob ng rooms natin, pati yung mismong hotel, yung cleanliness niya kasama siya sa responsibilities ng housekeeping department. So we have here different subunits then for housekeeping. Room maintenance, responsible for maintenance of the room. Public areas, responsible for the maintenance of the public areas such as hallways, lobby, etc. We also have the linen and laundry, responsible for taking out or caring for the laundry of our guests. Pero kahit hindi lang sa guests, employee uniforms and linen used for different kinds of functions. Naalala ko dito dati nung nag-work pa ako sa hotel, nakakatuwa kasi papasok ka sa loob ng employee entrance, nakasipilyan ka, naka-shorts, tapos pupunta ka sa locker, tapos pupunta ka dun sa laundry area, magre-request ka ng uniform para doon sa department na para sa'yo. And then, ayun, nakakatuwa lang makita doon minsan yung mga linen and laundry staff natin na ang dami talaga nilang inaasikaso ng mga laundry ng mga linen from the rooms, laundry na mga damit ng mga long-staying guests, and so on and so forth. Aside from these, yun lang pala ang subunits ng housekeeping dito sa module na to. Pero, yun. Basically, that's it for this module. We'll now go forward to the next one, which is the organization setup of the front office. We really tackled this much already, no? Napag-usapan na natin to doon sa previous module natin dito, the setup of the front office natin. So, I'll try to be quick here as much as possible. Again, front office is very critical service because it is the first contact of the guest and prospective patrons. Sila yung gagawa ng first impression sa ating mga guests. And basically, this can make or break the service that you will render to our guests. No? Kung dito pa lang sa front office natin ay hindi na maganda ang servisyo na binigay mo sa guest mo, most likely hindi ma-enjoy ni guest yung stay niya sa hotel. Kaya dapat talaga, no, pag nagtatrabaho ka sa ganitong klaseng industry, sa hospitality and tourism, alam mo kung paano makipagplastikan. Alam mo kung paano ngumiti sa harap ng sitwasyon na hindi naman talaga kaaya-aya. Alam mo dapat kung papaano kontrolin yung emotions, yung emotion mo as much as possible. And also to keep in mind that the the welfare of our guests should be the priority. So we have here, nasabi na natin to, yung subsections or yung subunits natin sa front office department. And then I won't really delve into much here in the organization charts of the hotels. You guys can just go and check this out kung ano yung pwede nyo pasukin na trabaho at entry level. And then we have here the roles. We already talked about this, no? Basically everything to do with reservations, with check-ins, everything that comes with our guests, no? Their luggage service, whether or not they have businesses outside your hotel or inside your hotel, uh, personal requests, ano pa ba? Complaints, ganyan, liaison, coordination, telephone, mails, messages, and everything else. When it comes to guests, isa yon sa roles ng front office natin. They are really the ones responsible for taking down or for doing guest services. That are related, of course, in the accommodations area of the hotel. Next, we have the room sales, of course. If they are the ones responsible for checking in for reservation, they're also responsible in controlling the sales of rooms, no? So, pwede na lang i-upsell yung ibang mga bagay, or kung meron man sila makita ng mga pwede na lang gawa ng strategy or quick formulation um, of a spiel, pwede na lang ditong gawin yon, pwede na lang ibenta yung mga mas malalaki na gastos ng rooms. Aside from that, they are also responsible for record keeping. Since they are the ones who are collecting the data of our guests, they are also responsible for record keeping. Registration of our guests, monitoring them, maintenance of um, maintenance of the rooms, no, the availability, checking the availability of the rooms, and basically making sure that everything in your hotel is working properly in order for your guests to really maximize their stay in your hotel. And aside from that, cost control, um, keeping a record for the occupancy rates of your hotel, and keeping an eye on the scheduling, the suppliers that you have, and so on and so forth. Since they are really the ones in the front, no? Sila yung pinaka nasa una. They deal with, they are dealing with different kinds of people almost every time. Kahit hindi man yan guest, minsan they are a partner, supplier, they are a contact from a business partner, ganyan, and so on. Verbal skills, of course, front office people should know how to speak properly, or should know how to comprehend basic writing and oral skills. So, really, verbal or communication skills is essential. Lalo-lalo na kapag kayo ay magtatrabaho sa ating industriya. Since our industry is very much customer related, para siyang BPO kung titingnan ninyo, no, yung trabaho natin. Very, or call center, very, tayo, guest-centric, or naka-center tayo sa guests natin. And we try to give our best guest service or customer service dun sa ating mga patrons or tumatangkilik sa atin. So, para tayong guest relations every time. And in order for you to do this properly, you have to at least have a good enough skills in communication. So, aside from, well, with the good verbal skills comes good and effective selling skills. Pag magaling kang magsalita, magaling kang makipag-usap, you now have the tendency that you can sell a specific product at a higher price or mas mahal mo ngayon mabebenta ang isang produkto. So, you see, no? Very essential talaga ang communication skills natin. And also, ito yung pinakaayaw kong trabaho ng ng isang nagtatrabaho sa front office, problem solving skills. Sobrang nakakapagod. Imagine, no, you will work in a specific field, answering problems or solving out concerns almost 8 hours your entire shift. Sobrang nakaka-drain nito. Pero okay lang naman, no problem, since we are already in front, or we are already discussing the hospitality industry. Might as well, di ba? Enjoy the moments that we are working here in the industry, kasi masaya talaga magtrabaho sa hospitality industry natin. Yan, problem solving is one of the essential skills that we should have if we wish to be a part of the front office department skills. And unfortunately, talaga, good appearance talaga is very important. Good appearance not really necessarily mean dapat guwapo ka or maganda. Good appearance, you should be presentable. You should look professional and clean as much as possible. The manner of dressing, ayan, clothing is clean, unwrinkled, and properly fitted. Well-groomed, neat appearance in work area, proper uniform, maintains good posture. Good health, good dental hygiene, fingernails. Basta, you should look aesthetically clean and professional. And I'm not sure if I already shared this with you guys, no? Pero I had this opportunity to work inside one of the 4-star hotels around Makati. And, to be a part of their reservations agent. And their reservations agent there is also a / front office desk. And I was given 5 days for observation. And then I know I did a pretty good job. And I was waiting for their trainings. No one really trained me when I was exposed in the in the workplace. Pero at the end of the day, they chose not to accept my application further because, well, sabi nila, because of some things. Pero I know for a fact na I was really not accepted or rejected because of this, no, good appearance. Back then, really, I just got out working in the BPO industry nun. And medyo doon na start kasi mag-deteriorate yung likod ko. Kaya hindi ako nakapag-keep up ng good posture really. Tapos nung time kasi then marami akong outbreak. Maraming outbreak ng pimples sa mukha ko. Kaya compare ba naman dun sa mga kasama kong katrabaho, mga may kinis yung mukha, parang hindi mo na makita yung mga pores sa mukha nila. Samantalang ako, bubuka-buka pa yung mga pores ko. Kaya, yun. I know for a fact that is the reason really why they opted not to continue with me. Pero I'm still I'm still thankful for them for giving me the chance to prove myself. Pero yun, it is what it is in our industry. Job description. My goodness. You guys can read this on your own. They are basically really straightforward, and you can understand this on your own din naman. Pero I'd like to let you guys watch a specific video that could give you an idea what are the day-to-day roles of people working in the hotel.
Hi, my name is Wilson, and I've been working in the hotel and accommodation sector for the past 5 years. I'm on my way to work, and let me show you what I love about my industry.
Morning, Wilson.
Hey Joe, how are you? Meet my new friends. They're here to find out more about what we do.
Hi, I'm Joe. As a concierge staff, it's part of my job to make our guests great first impression.
I see. Let me bring you in. Hi, Atika.
Hi, Wilson.
How are you?
Nice seeing you here. Definitely not checking in today.
No, I'm not. Why don't you share with us what's your job like daily?
As you know, concierge being the first point of contact, we create the experiences for our guests. So other than that, other than check in and check out, we introduce places, also suggest dining options around the area.
What makes your job so fulfilling?
What I love is the smile in their faces, knowing that they actually enjoy their stay.
You're definitely passionate about your job.
It's all about the passion.
Joe, where are you going?
I'm heading to level 7 to send a parcel for our guests.
So, other than sending the parcel, what else is interesting about being a concierge staff?
Okay, as a concierge staff, you have to make a reservation for guests. Let's say like restaurant, tour, and some transfer for guests.
So, Joe, what does it take to be a good concierge staff?
Okay, to be a good concierge, firstly, we must make our guests feel like they are at home. Secondly, yes, we must be well groomed.
I see.
That's very important. Okay,
All right.
Wilson, see you soon.
See you, Joe. Take care.
Hey, Wilson.
Hey, Kenneth. Wow, this smell yummy, man.
You know it's not for you, right?
I know, just joking. So, you'll be preparing for the event tonight?
Yes, that is right. Other than arranging for meeting packages, we also have to give what our clients pay for.
So, I guess you're the person to talk to if I'd like to organize a huge event like my wedding?
Yes, I'll be happy to assist with any event inquiries. We'll need things like your program flow, your setup, your dietary requirements of your guests.
Wow, that's so impressive.
Sorry.
Oh, Alicia, what are you doing over there?
Hi, Wilson.
Hey,
I'll need to go to the office to get some
I'll
props.
come along.
Sure.
So, Alicia, what have you been up to lately?
I'm working on an exciting project. We are rebranding the Aqua Luna.
Right.
How do you like the logo?
Fabulous. This look great. I wish I could design like you. Is there going to be a party for the event?
Yes, we are organizing a party for the media. I need to work with different vendors who specialize in different work areas. My job is to make sure their work comes together so the hotel publicity is executed on time and within budget.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
I would say our hotel website, I can get real-time feedback and work with diverse group or professionals.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye. Wilson,
Hey, Gaia.
should you see my email?
I've been trying to read it lately, but I've been so busy.
Not a problem. Anyway, I've confirmed the reservation for tomorrow's birthday party. You read the email, let me know if you have any questions.
Sure.
Coffee?
Let's go. So, Gaia, how on earth are you so efficient?
No has a reservation agent, customer satisfaction is my goal. My job requires me to get information and special requests, communicating with various departments,
Right.
and indicating into the system.
Anything else intriguing about being a reservations executive?
You know, getting to meet guest requirements, provide me the satisfaction, fulfilling my job. That's why I love my job,
Right.
and I look forward to come to work every day.
It's really nice to have driven colleagues like yourself. I've been around for so long, but it's only today that I get to know of everyone. I feel like I can move to a different department right now.
Well, every day you can learn something new.
Definitely. So, I love my job, I love my industry, and there are very few out there like mine. And I look forward to coming to work every day. Do click here to find out more about us. See you here again soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so that's it for the video. And this is I think a Singaporean video. Kaya yung accent nila is more Southeast Asia. Okay. Let's see if our module still has something to offer. Okay, we have here the guest cycle. And then check pala. Okay, guest cycle na yung last natin. So, guest cycle po, basically this is the whole stay of our guests here in our hotel. So, we have of course different kinds of faces kasi maraming faces ang guest stay natin. First, we have here the pre-arrival. Sa pre-arrival natin, dito mangyayari ang reservations natin, dito mangyayari yung sa gathering of information, room checking in, getting to know the preferences of our guests. Basically yon, everything that comes to reservation goes in the pre-arrival phase. Next is the arrival phase, and in here of course yung checking in procedure ng ating guests. We have here the issuing of room keys, baggage handling, registration when upon arrival, assigning the rooms for their stay, and so on and so forth. Yun po yung arrival. Basically, that's it. When you go to when you go in front of the lobby of the hotel, ano yung mga ginagawa mo for checking in? Yun po yung ginagawa sa arrival phase ng guest life cycle natin. And then sa occupancy naman, dito papasok yung mismong buong stay ng ating guests, whether sa kanilang mga facilities na pupuntahan, amenities na pupuntahan, and of course, while they are staying in our hotel, they will really have concerns or inquiries. Inquiries about money exchange, inquiries about um, different things that you can do around the area. And yun. Basically, here in this part of the phase, yung occupancy phase natin, dito nangyayari yung buong experience ng guest natin. And then departure naman, or the departure phase, is the checkout process of our guests, returning back the keys, settling out the bill, checkout itself, transportation and baggage handling din. Okay. So yan, dito makikita nyo dyan yung mga ginagawa dun sa mga guest life cycle natin sa pre-arrival, tulad na sabi ko, reservations, prepayment, identification of sources of business, preferences nyo sa rooms, and so on and so forth. Dito naman, sa arrival natin, papasok yung registration, tulad ng sabi natin, room assignment, issuing of room key, date assignment, and so on. Occupancy phase, nasa loob na ng room ang ating guests. And ayun yung mga concerns usually na binawat nila sa inyo, updating the room status, room rate changes if ever man, maintenance, communication, and then departure pag check out na. Okay, and that's it for today's video. I hope meron kayo natutunan kahit paano. I hope na meron din kayong mga tinake down na notes while you did watch this video, or if not, okay lang din naman. Regardless, we will have a short activity about this when we go back to school in our face-to-face schedule. In the meantime, you guys stay safe, mag-ingat palagi, and bye guys. Thank you.